Hey everybody, we're going to be taking a look now at seeing how we can make two circles bounce off of each other, or at least a circle bounce off another circle. So, if I was, if this green circle here was a ball, it was flying at this red circle, which maybe is an immovable object. If they collided, you could imagine how that might bounce off, right? It's going to basically be bounce off on a line that is the same as the line that connects the centers of these two circles. So theoretically, it kind of bounce off like this way here. Any collision you have, it's a pretty convincing way of doing it is basically the line that connects the two centers of the circles. When you have that impact, that's going to be the line upon which the ball will bounce away from. So when you have a collision with a ball and a player, you can recalculate the ball's Vx and Vy by finding the slope of that line. So when we have this collision happen, we basically want to look at the line that connects the two circles and get the Vx and the Vy components. The horizontal line here will represent the Vx, and the vertical line will represent the Vy. That gives us the slope of the line, the run, and the rise to allow us to kind of move off in that direction. So how do we find these numbers? Well, when we have a collision, we can just find the difference of the two circles' x coordinates to find Vx, and we can find the difference of the y coordinates to find Vy. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. But I'll show you what that looks like in terms of the code. So I'm going over to our little mini game that we're making, and we can see that right now it just stops the ball. It just freezes. So what I'd like to do now is make the ball bounce off of our player. And so let's do that. We can recalculate the Vx, not to set it to 0, but we can set it to be the difference of the x coordinates of the ball and the paddle. I'll do ball x minus p1x, and then here ball y minus p1y. So you'll see when this happens, it'll be a really aggressive bounce. Like it will have the bounce set up, but it will go in the right direction. Like watch this. Oh, so hard. It's like, whoa, it's going so fast. But do you see the accuracy? Like it looks good, right? Like it looks like it's bouncing off the edge. It's just way too aggressive. So what we can do is like when we do that actual math, we're just making the Vx and Vy too big. We could scale it down to be a smaller triangle if we just divide both of these numbers by the same amount. And you can play around with that value. It'll depend on the size of your circle sometimes. I'm just going to divide by 5 as a good guess. But if you have bigger circles or smaller circles, then you might have to adjust these numbers. So let's see. What does that look like? So if we collide here, yeah, that's looking pretty good. And it looks like it feels like you're able to control this ball. Like, it might be a little bit hard because your skill is not high. Whoa, like mine. But I can feel like I can direct it and move it in directions with positioning it in different ways. So there we go. I'll leave it to you to make that work for the other player. Clearly it's not working right now for this player, but I mean, it's the same idea. You're just going to use P2X and P2Y. I guess actually before we go, one last thing is, and why is it this order? If you reverse the order, you get something that's slightly different. You end up getting an attractive force. You get the right slope, but you go the wrong way down that slope. And it does look kind of interesting. And I think maybe someone might actually use this as something in their game. So I'll throw it in here as well. Minus ball y. So if you reverse those, you end up like pulling in the ball instead of bouncing it away. So watch what happens. See how it sucked it in? And like it lags a little bit because it's like we're fighting against it. So it's kind of interesting that we're carrying the ball now. It could never get rid of it because we're just too strong. So maybe we could make this increase this number or something. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like. We'll pull it in, and then we could. Oh, it's actually chasing us pretty hard. Yeah, interesting. So if you wanted something to follow you, for example, that might be an interesting way to do it. You can make you can do the reverse calculation to find the direction towards something instead of away from something. So there you go. I'll leave you to fix it so that you put it for your other player, and we'll continue on with the next video. Thank you so much.